My name is Linden. I'm 20 years old, currently living in America, but just got back from Mexico and have future travel plans as well. Goals are kind of just try to live the digital nomad life, definitely retire early, and yeah.
Love it, love it. And so which part of the US are you from or are you living in?
I live in North Carolina, so I'm in Durham, North Carolina. It's
Okay.
like,
Cool. I think you made a few videos about your town, right? Or your home.
yeah, I did a couple, definitely kind of out of line with the rest of my channel, but yeah, there was none out there, so I wanted to make some.
I guess just quickly, what is it like to live there? Because I don't really know anything about Durham.
Oh God, living in Durham, it's really fun, especially when you're a kid, because you get kind of a mix of the small town vibes, but then you also get an actual city to go and explore, which is really fun. I mean, I had a great childhood growing up here. You know, you can go around with your friends. The city's small enough to where you can kind of walk around, but if you want to go do other stuff, you need to drive, and you're also in the middle of the mountains and the ocean, so you have both options within like a 2-hour drive.
Okay, great. So you've always lived there? You haven't lived anywhere else?
Besides this past month in October,
Mm,
no, that was my first time living alone.
cool, cool. So I think I saw you were studying before. Are you still in college or what are you up to?
Yeah, so I'm in community college right now at Durham Tech. Everything's online, which is like perfect. Obviously, you know, COVID is a horrible situation, but it's definitely benefited me being kind of a nomad
Mm,
because I've been able to do school online. So that's been really great.
cool. And what are you studying?
I'm studying finance. Well, I mean, I want to do like YouTube full time. So
Sure.
my YouTube channel is based around finance.
Yeah.
But honestly, I mean, I learned way more just through the internet than I do through school.
Yeah.
Maybe that's my own fault. But yeah, I mean, I definitely think school is valuable, but I don't know how much it'll benefit me after I graduate.
Yeah. And which year are you in now? Like yours
Yeah, I'm a sophomore.
sophomore. Okay. Because when Americans say like sophomore, I don't really know what that means.
Okay, I'm second year.
Second year. Okay, great. Okay, so you have 2 more years left or three?
Two. Two.
Two.
Do you
Oh,
guys have five in New Zealand?
no, normally it's just 3 years.
Okay. Oh wow, so it's four here. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Cool, cool. And so how did you get interested in finance? Like was it your parents or just another?
Actually, no. I think I owe a lot to the big finance YouTubers
Okay.
like Graham Stephan, Nate O'Brien, Andre Jick, Jeremy from Financial Education. All
Okay.
of those guys, they kind of hooked me in when I was a senior in high school, so my last year in high school, and I just kind of went down that rabbit hole. Once I went down, I just couldn't go back. It completely changed my life.
Right, right. So did you start saving like pretty early on then or when you were?
Yeah, I've always been a good saver. I definitely have some problems when it comes to like businesses and stuff. So like the businesses that I do run, I spend pretty heavily in those. Other than that, I'm very frugal and I hardly spend money on anything except for travel.
Did you travel a lot as a kid or like when did you first start getting into traveling?
My parents always kind of took us around the US.
Yeah.
Up until high school, I had never been out of the US. Neither have my parents. Both of my parents have never left the US. So it was definitely kind of like a norm I had to break out of. And in high school, I did a kind of like a school sponsored trip to Japan for 2 weeks.
Ooh.
And that showed me what was really possible. And then just recently, I went to Mexico for a month.
Of course. Yeah, and which part of Japan did you go to?
Oh, all of it. We started up at the top. So obviously, we went through Tokyo and then
Yeah.
we went all the way down to Osaka.
Oh, that's so cool. I've never been to Japan, but like it's one of the top places I want to go. What
Yeah,
was
you definitely should.
your favorite part or your favorite thing?
What was my favorite part?
Yeah, maybe your favorite city or just I don't know, anything you liked about it.
I think from my experience, I was expecting Tokyo to be my favorite, but it definitely wasn't. I really enjoyed kind of driving through the mountains down to Osaka,
Yeah.
kind of that southern part of Japan. It was on a train, but honestly, just like curving through that entire mountainy section, going to like Mount Fuji, all those areas, that was by far my favorite part.
Wow, it sounds like such a cool experience. So was that your first time out of the country, leaving America?
Yeah, it was. It was.
And so which countries have you been to?
Just Japan and Mexico.
Oh, just Japan and Mexico. Oh, okay. So
I,
Mexico
I,
was
I-
your
what?
first solo trip, Mexico?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Wow, nice. And why did you make the decision to go to Mexico?
Well, Mexico, for one, it's close. I knew that I'd have to do, I was doing school because, I mean, my school is online. So
Yeah.
I still had to worry about, a full like workload of schoolwork. And then also I had to worry about the full like workload of my job. And then I also had to worry about my own YouTube channel, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So it was a lot to balance. So I wanted to go somewhere where I could live kind of that city life and basically just live alone, right? So just live like a normal life, but in an exotic place.
So you spent 1 month, right? Were you moving
Yeah.
around a lot, like in different places?
No, not in that month. I stayed in Querétaro, Mexico, which is kind of like it's like middle of Mexico near Mexico City.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a big place for expats down there. So
Oh,
there's really good Wi-Fi. There's, cheap housing. It was really nice.
yeah. And you mentioned digital nomad. Like, how did you learn about that? Like the whole digital nomad life.
Honestly, through the 4 Hour Work Week. Have you read that?
I haven't, but I've heard it's like really good.
Okay, yeah, by Tim Ferriss.
Yeah.
Amazing book. That book really changed my life.
Game changer. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
for sure. Okay, okay. Yeah, I kind of came across the whole digital nomad thing. I was probably about 16 or 17.
Oh wow.
Because I was really interested in traveling.
Hmm.
And yeah, I was just looking up all the ways to travel basically.
Right. Are you from New Zealand?
Yeah, yeah. So my parents are from China, but I was born and yeah, I've always lived here.
Oh wow.
Besides
Okay.
besides 1 year where I lived in Italy. I
Okay. Was
did
that
like
like a
exchange.
semester abroad?
Yeah, kind of like a year abroad kind of thing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and so basically after that, I just became obsessed with traveling. So like I've been in New Zealand for, obviously because of COVID, I haven't been able to leave for like 2 years. And
Right.
I mean, New Zealand is great, but it's like
Yeah.
I'm ready to go somewhere new and go.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can't know where you want to live unless you've explored all the places, right?
Exactly, exactly. I was watching one of your videos. I think it was about the cheapest places to live or the best places for like digital
Yeah.
nomads. So,
Uh-huh.
do you have any idea of where you want to go, or is it just like everywhere, anywhere?
I, I mean, it's everywhere, but it's also specific places. So my plans right now, I'm thinking I'm probably going to go to Turkey in February. I
Ooh,
honestly think Turkey is one of the most like
wow.
underrated countries for
Yeah,
expats and just to travel to in general.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it sounds kind of weird, but I have this pen pal
Uh-huh.
from Turkey. I don't know if you've heard of an app called Slowly.
I have not. No.
Okay, it's called Slowly. Basically, it's like you kind of have like virtual pen pals, and then you can write to people, and the letter takes like 2 days to send.
Okay.
And then yeah, I don't know, it's cool. You can check it out.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I love connecting with, people all over the world. So that sounds like something I'd really enjoy.
yeah. And so when are you planning to go, or is it just kind of?
I'm planning to go probably around mid-February. I
Okay,
want to go experience the winter in Turkey.
right,
So
right.
I'll probably fly directly to Istanbul, spend a couple days in Istanbul just because I want to see the city. But
Yeah.
I don't think I want to stay in Istanbul. I want to experience like, you know, more off the grid Turkey.
Okay, like a proper
So
authentic.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna fly directly from there to Cappadocia, which is definitely not off the grid Turkey.
Is that where the hot air balloons, like all the
Yeah,
photos?
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got
That's pretty touristic, but I did really want to see that. I watched this YouTube video, this dude who camped there, and there's so much history there. It's like, I mean, there's like people have been living in those caves for thousands of years. So I really want to see that.
Going back to Mexico now because I'm
Okay.
very
Okay.
fascinated about Mexico. Like I'm trying to learn Spanish at the moment, and then just seems like a great place. So yeah, I mean, did you speak any Spanish before you arrived?
Okay.
You
So I studied a little bit of Spanish in school. I mean, I took like Spanish 1 and 2. I don't know if you guys have similar classes, but it's pretty
Same.
entry level Spanish. And so, I mean, I knew a little bit. I have a couple of friends who are Spanish, so I think that helped me out a lot,
Okay.
especially with like accents and stuff.
Mhm.
I definitely did not speak fluently, and I definitely could not hold a conversation.
Okay. Did you, I mean, did you feel like it was necessary, or did everyone kind of just speak some English or?
No, nobody spoke English. Yeah, there are parts of Mexico you can go to. Like if you go to Cancun, obviously, tons of people will speak English, even Tulum as well. But for central Mexico, even Mexico City, not many people speak English. What part of Mexico are you thinking about going to?
I don't know, just honestly everywhere. But I
Yeah.
think, yeah, firstly, probably Mexico City, maybe, yeah, Cancun, Tulum, around that area, maybe.
Okay, cool.
I'm interested, yeah,
Yeah.
everywhere mainly. Just
Okay.
everywhere. Yeah.
How long have you been speaking Spanish for?
Um, I started a few months ago, like practicing conversations with people.
Uh-huh.
So I do like kind of 1 hour. So we'll just do half an hour English, half an hour Spanish.
Okay.
It's a great way to practice, but I think you do
Yeah,
need
definitely.
a base level. Otherwise, it doesn't really work if you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you feel like your Spanish improved in that 1 month, or not really?
Sí, sí, mi español es
Sí.
bien ahora.
Bien, bien.
It definitely improved. I'm definitely not good. Like my Spanish is still really bad, but I can actually hold a conversation now, which is
Oh,
good.
really? Cool, cool. Nice.
Yeah.
And how is the food there? I've heard great things about food in Mexico.
Oh, the food in Mexico, it's really good.
Yeah.
I gotta say, my favorite thing that I had there was the salmon. Oh my God, it was amazing. That was in San Miguel de Allende. I don't know if you've heard of that place. It's like a
I've heard of it. Yeah.
popular expat town. Yeah, but that salmon was amazing. Literally the best salmon I've ever had. And obviously the tacos are great. Tortas amazing, and it's all super cheap because it's
Yeah.
Mexican.
It's funny because I was talking to someone like from Mexico and they said that they don't really have burritos there. Like
No,
we think
I
that
didn't see
burritos are
any.
Mexican, but they don't actually eat them.
I was kind of missing them. I'm not gonna lie. When I was in Mexico, I was like, "Where's the Chipotle at?"
Yeah. No. Right, right. So did you meet any new friends, or like did you make any friends or meet anyone while you were there? Or were you just
Yeah, I mean, I definitely did. That was probably the hardest part about moving to Mexico. It was really difficult to meet friends, not only because I didn't speak the language, that
right?
certainly added to it,
Mm.
but the hardest part I'd say is that where I was traveling to, there was almost like no young people,
Oh,
at
really?
least like out in the streets.
Like
So
your age.
exactly, yeah. Yeah, I mean there's young people, but like people who are, 24, 25 or in
Right.
their 30s,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's more family oriented, that part, and there's not much of like I feel like that's kind of how it is in general when you're solo traveling as a person our age, where we're pretty young to be solo traveling, right?
Wait, so how old are you? Sorry. 20.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I'm 20.
Okay, no, I'm 21, so yeah, similar.
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
Um,
I feel like if you're
yeah,
traveling to off the grid places, it's the expats that are there are usually older.
yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah,
I think what happens, maybe young people, they tend to go to the most popular places just to like kind of tick it off the list.
I agree. Yeah, I think that's one thing that I've been debating is like, should I kind of go that route just so I can have an, easier time meeting friends, staying at hostels.
Mm,
But I also, want to see these undiscovered places.
true, true, true. I guess because you're kind of trying to stay, I guess, longer term, like, maybe a month or longer. So
Yeah.
it wouldn't really be comfortable staying in a hostel, like sharing a room, trying to get work done.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's just because I have so much work to do. It's
Yeah,
like what's the trade-off there? I kind of need an Airbnb just so I can spend, hours and hours just grinding out work.
for sure. Yeah. And I mean, how are your friends? Like, are they, or do you know anyone that kind of is in a similar place as you? Or are you kind of
No,
the odd one out?
a lot of people in Durham. I've had a couple friends who have traveled, but it's mostly in the US. I've had like one friend who's gone to Italy, and that's honestly about it. And almost none of my friends, actually, literally none of my friends like travel internationally. But I keep trying to get them to go. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, come on, come live with me. I'll give you a job.
Yeah. 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 And okay, I guess so in terms of your YouTube channel, you do a lot of kind of finance videos. Is that kind of where you see your channel going, or are you thinking of going into travel or something new?
I've been really debating it. That's been something that I've been thinking about so hard over the last couple months, just because I mean, I don't get me wrong, I absolutely love finance, right?
Mm,
Finance is it's like what I'm passionate about. It's what I want to put out into the world
mm,
and educate people about financial education, how to invest, save their money so they can do stuff like, I can or you can. Being having the ability to grow your money is amazing because it lets you do things that are out of the ordinary. Then again, I also love travel. And I've been trying to think of a way to combine the two, but they're
mm.
so different. It's
Yeah.
kind of I've been really like thinking about it a lot.
Yeah, I feel like the people that probably are you interested in finance videos are more like, trying to hustle and get that job or,
Yeah.
work. And then
Yeah.
the travel
I
people are just chilling.
definitely, yeah. But I think a good middle ground there is kind of catering to digital nomads.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that has that finance aspect in it, but it also has the travel aspect in it. So
Mm,
I that might be the direction I want to take my channel. I definitely want to focus more on storytelling than information driven content.
mm,
So, taking a couple like YouTube classes, learning how to tell better stories. I think that's the kind of the direction I want to take it is being like a financially literate like Indiana Jones, just showing people around.
like
Do
it.
Indiana Jones?
Indiana Jones. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I want to like tell adventurous stories while giving an example of how to properly manage money in order to live these stories.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Because I think a lot of young people feel like traveling is unattainable. Like you have to be super rich to go. So if you
Definitely.
can show that you're doing it and you're working or you don't have that much money and you're still making it work, then like
Mhm.
other people can do it as well.
Can I ask how do you do it?
How do I do it? Do you mean travel?
Yeah.
Or yeah, I mean, in terms of when I did the exchange, I saved a lot. So I got a job at Starbucks and I was
Okay.
working, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday while I was in school and then just basically saving everything. And then yeah, I've always had a job, when I was like at university, I've always worked and I've been lucky as well. Like I've been on trips with my parents, so they've paid for those. But yeah, basically just saving, just working and saving. Nothing special.
No, yeah. I mean, I
Yeah,
think it doesn't have to be special. I think simplicity is the best option most of the time.
exactly. Cool, cool. Well, those are all my questions. Thank you so
Wow.
much for your time.
Yeah, of
Really
course.
appreciate it. And
Having
yeah,
me
look
on.
forward to seeing your adventures in Turkey or wherever.
Okay,
Um,
yeah. If anybody's in Fethiye, definitely hit me up. We can hang out.
okay, yeah, for sure. If you ever come to New Zealand, let me know and we can, I don't know, figure something out.